was this year. Yeah, so, but anyway, and that leads me to this discussion. I guess this probably was going to be the rest of my conversation, is about the situation with P. Diddy, and they're talking about T.D. Jakes and Tyler Perry and all those people. And you know what? Everything that's bad that happens, something good comes out of it, and that's for anybody in any situation. We may not see it, but when you're going through something bad, God goes through that bad situation with you. First of all, it's going to make you stronger, and it's going to draw you closer to Him. But what I really want to say about that is, what happens is people put so much emphasis and so much admiration into these stars, even pastors who are very popular. Nobody should take the place of God in your life. You should put Him first. And I've talked about that before, when people could go to all these conventions and all these concerts and football, basketball games, hockey, whatever your leisure, whatever you like. But don't ever want to go to church. And like my pastor said, you don't, if you like Beyonce, you go to where Beyonce is in concert. You love Jesus, but you don't go where He is. He's everywhere, but the sanctuary. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. But like I'm saying, is quit idolizing these professionals, these entertainers and things. They're people. They're made of flesh. They see it and they make mistakes just like you, just like us, even the pastors. Even the pastors.
Whoa, oh, oh. La, da, 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 oh, oh, oh. La, da, 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 oh, oh. La, da, da, da. Making a Christmas memory.
Merry Christmas Eve, y'all. How's everybody doing? It is a foggy morning this morning. I didn't know it was going to be this foggy. So, y'all, I am off until, I told the lady at the nail shop I was off until January the 8th. Wishful thinking. I'm not a teacher. I go back to work on January the 3rd. Yeah. New year, new beginning. So, y'all, do y'all make New Year's resolutions? And if you make them, do you follow them? Have you been successful? Have you set goals that are attainable? Or are you setting goals? Are you doing wishful thinking? Welcome all my new subscribers. Hello, everybody. But anyway, I just wanted to come on, just talk a little bit to anybody that listen. I don't get very many views, but I thank God for the few viewers that I have, because I think they get me, and I think that they know that my intentions are pure. I'm coming here as a ministry. I'm coming to share. That's it, and that's all, y'all. And oftentimes people say, well, you share all your information and people taking what you. This lady asked me this. She said, okay, she said, you do YouTube, which I don't really disclose it to a lot of people, because right now it's just not, I don't think it's a smart move for me. And so when I talk about God's protection and stuff like that, I'm really serious about that on a level that many may not understand. Not only is God protecting me, in my inner circle, in my personal life, professional life, but also here on YouTube, you got to understand that the bigger you get, the more people, the more times you're recommended and all that. And then I just don't think this is the season for me, and I know it. But I know that I can help. Like I said, if I can help one person, then this is not in vain for me, honestly. Because like I told y'all, not to boast or brag, but I have a career. But I come here because, honestly, I'm really an introvert. I work in the kitchen at church. I do things. I'm active at church, and the position I'm in, you really don't find a lot of introverts, or maybe you do. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, I may offer a lot of opinions, and my opinions and my recommendations may come to fruition, but I don't mind staying in the foreground. You understand what I'm saying? Because everything has a season, and I think if I would to ever do well on YouTube, which I'm not doing bad, which I'm not doing what a lot of people do, but it's good enough for me at this moment. I'm gonna just put it like that, right? I'm rambling, but I'm really talking. I'm really saying a lot if you listening. But yeah, I feel like the people that come and listen to me understand me, if that makes sense, even though I don't really give a lot of information. And some things in my life I don't want to profit off of. You understand what I'm saying? That's it. That's why I move the way I move. And it may sound crazy to some people may not understand, but those who get it, get it. And for those who's supposed to understand, they will. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Oh, that light the situation switch. I used to shop on Zoo. Did y'all shop Zulily? I just read where they going out of business. I was like, oh my goodness. Zulily is kind of like. Did they come out the car? Zulily is almost like another Amazon. You can go there and find all kind of stuff from all different places. But anyway, when I get the email that they have good sales, I go check them out because they have name brand Clark shoe, all kind of name brand stuff. So I'm hating to see them close and praying for those affected because people don't understand. But when these businesses, many people don't understand. But when these businesses close, and it affects people. And you know what? I remember what Steve Harvey, I had never thought about it like that. But Steve Harvey was saying one day, he said, when entertainers and stuff pass, when they die, people don't really think about all of the people that are affected by their death. Not only because they love them, but because their business is their business. You understand what I'm saying? The publicists, the lawyers and all that, they're affected as well. But I mean, that's an area in every area of life too, though. Ooh, the store's already crowded this morning. A lot of people cooking gumbo. What are y'all cooking for Christmas? I may actually do a little pie. My problem with making gumbo, I never could just make a little bit. I always make a lot. I never can take a small.
Y'all, guess what? I was actually able to make a regular size pot of gumbo, and it was good. And so we had gumbo on Christmas Eve. Well, actually this night here, this was Saturday night, Christmas Eve, that's what we had. So we had gumbo the weekend, and then Monday I cooked Christmas dinner.
Medium sized stock pot and make gumbo. I always end up having to transfer it to a larger pot. So I'm gonna try a smaller version because I don't really want gumbo for Christmas. I want some, and I'm gonna share y'all a little snippet right here. The gumbo I get. I read a lot of articles about health and getting older and stuff like that, and they were saying that I read where they were talking about I'm gonna go this way. Y'all, I've been eating this gumbo that I get from this little spot. It is really, really good. I told them to put light rice. I've eaten most of it, but I just wanted y'all to see what it looks like. I ate some of the meat out, but it has a really, really good flavor. The sausages are a little hot though, but it's good. I'm doing it's cooked like mine because it didn't have any of the fat. All of the fat has been removed. So what I'm trying to do, I told the guy that I'm doing an experiment. I saw where they said people over 50 could lose weight eating soup every day. So I'm gonna start doing soups. It's pretty good. You bless y'all, pal. I'm racking crazy. People over 40, I'm sorry, over 50, or older people, I just say like that. They were saying that eating soup is healthy. As long as you're not using a lot of those very salty stocks and stuff like that. So I've been going to this place maybe twice a week and getting a gumbo. And I tell them to give me light rice. Because sometimes when you eat gumbo, some people put so much rice, you ain't got nothing but rice. But that's how my son like his. He like his with a lot of rice, almost like a rice and a gravy. I think if I would make my gumbo thicker and just give him just a little bit like a gravy, he'd be fine with that. But yeah. So their gumbo is like the consistency I like is like a soup, and so I eat that twice a week, and I really feel like I've lost a little weight. Yeah, I told my doctor had of course she want me to lose weight. Y'all look at me and tell I can lose some weight, and she told me that they had those shots now, and that she would probably prescribe them for me. But I told her, I said, just let me try to do it on my own first, because one thing I know about that, once you stop taking it, you're going to gain the weight back. So the problem is I like to eat good food, but I'm learning to change. My problem is when I eat, I do want flavor. So I'm trying to find the best way to flavor my food in the less fattening and in the most healthy way. If that I know that makes sense to a lot of people. You know, I'm used to soul food. We fry. Look, I even got a video where we fried ribs. We fried ribs, and I saw where somebody was frying pig feet. I said, now that's doing too much. Fried pig feet? Come on. But yeah, I saw somebody had done. I'm just rambling, y'all, but I don't know. I just feel like talking to y'all this morning. I can run my mouth a lot. And I told y'all about my situation, and I don't know. I feel like if I'm going to be the best version of myself, I may need to get some counseling, some grief counseling, and trying to figure out how I can learn to cope with grief in a way where I'm not isolating myself. Because I read an article the other day too, they were talking about to live a longer, healthier life, older people shouldn't isolate themselves. And I actually did a video one day. I remember I was talking about it. I was actually at my son's barbershop waiting on him, because y'all know he don't drive. But I was waiting on him, and I was talking about that. There is a group of people on YouTube that, you know, they really don't get out very much. They're probably older, maybe don't drive, maybe can't drive, you know, and could be introverts like me. And YouTube is like almost like a partner to them. I'm sorry I'm looking all around, y'all, but I'm in the car driving. So I can't be really focused on the camera when I'm driving, because I try to be very careful. But anyway, yeah, it's not good to be isolated. That's why I think it's better for a elderly person to be in a nursing home around other seniors than to be in a house by themselves. Because they have programs and stuff for people in nursing homes. They get out and they have fun. People come to visit them. They come there and play bingo and stuff like that. And I feel like if the Lord bless me to be able to retire my health and strength, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do stuff to give back. You know, and a lot of times giving back is not always money. Sometimes it's your time, you know. And yeah, it's when you live your life and you realize that you're born to serve, is not all about you, then that's when your life takes on a new meaning. I'm serious. Now, when I was younger, I had my kids young, and I got out on my own young. When I first got my first job, I already had a baby. You know, I was in that zone of taking care of me and my child, and as I had more children, my children. You understand? So now that my kids are self-sufficient, even my son, he has autism. He lives with me. My daughter lives with me, but, you know, he can't drive. He don't know how to drive. I ain't gonna say can't. And I always try to encourage him, but he has anxiety, so I'm not going to force him to do something that may put him or someone else in harm's way. And that's one thing I learned about life. And I taught him, and I taught my other kids, but I more importantly taught him at an early age, because of his disability, that it's okay if you're not like everybody else. God made everybody exactly how he wants them. I thought that was a person. This is a blanket sitting. God made us just how he wants us. And we're not to really compare ourselves to other people. You just want to be a better version next year of yourself than you was this year. Yeah, so, but anyway, and that leads me to this discussion. I guess this probably going to be the rest of my conversation, is about the situation with P. Diddy, and they're talking about T.D. Jakes and Tyler Perry and all those people. And you know what? everything that bad that happens, something good comes out of it, and that's for anybody in any situation. We may not see it, but when you're going through something bad, God goes through that bad situation with you. First of all, it's going to make you stronger, and it's going to draw you closer to Him. But what I really want to say about that is, what happens is people put so much emphasis and so much admiration into these stars, even pastors who are very popular. Nobody should take the place of God in your life. You should put Him first. And I've talked about that before. When people could go to all these conventions and all these concerts and football, basketball games, hockey, whatever your leisure, whatever you like, but don't ever want to go to church. And like my pastor said, you don't, if you like Beyonce, you go to where Beyonce is in concert. You love Jesus, but you don't go where He is. He's everywhere, but the sanctuary. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't get it. But like I'm saying is, quit idolizing these professionals, these entertainers and things. They're people. They're made of flesh. They see it and they make mistakes just like you, just like us. Even the pastors. They're not perfect. My pastor always says that we are imperfect people serving a perfect God. And that is so true. The other day, somebody got in front of me, and this is one of my pet peeves. I'm 55 on the highway because, I probably was doing 60. The speed limit 55. I'm probably going 60. This car probably gets up to 65 to get in front of me and hit the brakes. Now, had I been looking down, by the time I looked up, I'd have ran smack into the back of him. And I said a few choice words. I had to ask God for forgiveness. But you can harm somebody like that. People just don't be paying attention and just acting crazy. The holidays is a time for love, not to get out here in these streets and be acting crazy behind the wheel of these vehicles. It's not. But yeah, that's what I want to talk about. They're talking about P. Diddy. I'm not going to get into all that they're talking about because I wasn't there. I don't know. I can only assume. I can only base my opinion on other people's opinions because I don't even know if they're facts. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. What can I say? How can I? Because my intention is never to offend anybody, but to address situations as they are and be as honest as I possibly can. I was watching this video. It was a young man. He was on TikTok, Instagram, or one of them. And he was talking about men, and a lot of times the reason why men don't want to marry is because they on the down low. And we be hearing those stories over and over again. You've heard of men that marry women, but they really like men, and they actually have kids and all this type of stuff. And I don't know, it's just so much. It's just, when we learn that we're commanded to love each other, just like, and the thing is, we want to put stipulations on who we're going to love, and we're not supposed to do that. I got some in the morning, but I'm going to go hang them up in the house. I hang my side. Yeah, we're not supposed, like the Bible say, honor your mother and father. It doesn't say a good mother and father. So your mother and father may not have been there for you. They may have not raised you or whatever, but you're still supposed to honor them because that's who God chose to bring you into the that you were brought into the world through that man and woman that the Lord chose. So you're supposed to honor them. Yeah. Didn't say good. Didn't say faithful. None of that. So it as I get older, I realize more, and I see the Lord working in my life, and sometimes I just smile and say, Lord, you did that. Let me tell y'all what happened to me this morning. I'm gonna get off here. I'm rambling. But this morning, so let me get back to I was talking about Zulily. So Zulily, I can go in there and find anything. I bought coats, sweaters, dresses, shoes, sandals, all kind of stuff. I don't think I ever bought jewelry, but I may have. But anyway, so 2 or 3 years ago, I had bought 2 velvet dresses. One was black and one was red, but the black one came, but the red one didn't come. So the red one came by itself. And at the time it came, it was out of season. That's probably why it was so cheap. But it was out of season. And you know how sometimes you be buying stuff and you be high. I actually hid it from myself. But I remember I put it in a closet. Now, I do remember that. This person walking their leg bad. Poor thing. But I remember, that I had bought it. So I remember putting it in the closet. So I said, you know what? I ordered a dress from Fashion Nova. The Lord have mercy. The dress from Fashion Nova is not red. They say red. That dress look like it's burgundy or maroon, but it's definitely not red. So anyway, y'all, I say I'm gonna find this dress this weekend because I needed that. I wanted the dress to wear red for Christmas Eve to church. Y'all, I got in there this morning. I said, I'm going to find this dress. So I had to go in the top of my closet, and I just got to have a garage sale. Some of the stuff I'm going to go to the Goodwill. So much stuff. So I got to moving, and y'all, I had one of those sit under dryers. I had moved it from where it was and put it on top of my closet to make space for some more things. Now it's fit flush up against the back of that closet, no joke. But this morning when I was moving stuff, I said I'm gonna find that dress. Why I couldn't push that thing all the way back there? Y'all, when I moved it, the dress was sitting there. I'm telling y'all, that dress wasn't there first. I believe in.
To rely on. Yes, everyone needs a friend. So let's come together, celebrate each other, stand united as one. We lift our hands up and pray, lay all our love before Him with all of our faith. He is the change within us.